Yo, this is the Black Heart on lock, King back shots, and I just wanted to chop it up with my YouTube universe. How y'all doing out there? First of all, and you see what's going on. I'm out here in the city of LA. I was born in Compton. And basically, I have some street cred, and grew up in Watts. So, long story short, what we looking on the news, what we talking about, with, you know, basically how the country is running. I looked on the news. I seen what happened and everything, and what's going on. And pretty much what I gotta say about it is I just watch. I watch, pop over the popcorn, and the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to touch on all bases of life. I was talking to somebody earlier, and he's a cool guy. We work at the same spot, and long story short, he has a friend that was around the protest that he knows. So, he's telling me about it and he showed me a video of it and I was like, well, I said, well, you know, I guess he wants that type of attention. He told me, well, his people's, from Mexico and all that. I said, well, at the end of the day, I already knew that the National Guards was going to get involved. And if you look at the news right now, you'll see that they're already involved. And it doesn't help people who antagonize the people who sacrifice their lives for this nation. It really doesn't end well. And I was basically trying to tell him that. And he seemed like he just was. He seemed like an intelligent guy, but when I was talking to him, it was almost like his mindset was like, fight the good fight type thing. And I'm like, well, this is not our fight. And he tried to, in a way, related to foundational Black Americans, and I'm like, nah, dog, this clearly not something we have already done. We don't do stuff like this. First of all, because we have over 5,000 patents of this nation, we have the fabric and fingerprinting of creations. So we don't have no comparison to any other culture. No, nothing against nobody else, but that's true. So as he was telling me, like, nah, man, it's the same. I said, well, okay, if it's the same, then can you tell me who are they, you know, uh, leaders now that's, you know, going against basically the government? And, he was telling me, well, it is some. I said, well, then tell me then. And as he was thinking, he realized he couldn't say anything, right? So moved on. Like, well, I said, that's how you know it's not the same as black foundational Black Americans. It's not the same as us because we have historical figures like your Martin Luther Kings with the Dream and Malcolm X pulling up on the scene. So our fights and struggles from what we still haven't had, which is reparations, because a war has been raged on us for over 400 something years and still counting. So the point is we need compensation from what we have already built. That's noted. So it's not the same. It just ain't. So even though he was trying to have his little, I rebutted real quick and debunk what he was saying because it didn't make sense. It didn't. Now I had to let him know, like, nah, look, you cool and all. You cool peoples. We chop it up and that's what we do. I lace him with game because he's young. He was about 20 plus. I remember I was in that age, but you know, I've been around. Let's put it this way. So I let him know, and he was like, he had no choice but to hear it, and whether he disagreed with me or not, that's just what it is. That's what's going on. We have true Million Men March. We have history in this nation of doing and standing against white supremacists in the forms that they bring to the community. So we've already went through that already. We already know how that is. So it's nothing that again, we are doing where, to where it's similar to our struggles and what we've already built for other people to come here and live. So that's just what it is. And I told him that. He was like, he was disagreeing and, John, and I'm laughing. So I leave and things of that nature. But, again, whoever's listening, whoever's watching, you let me know how you feel about it. You know, how y'all feel about what's going on and seeing with the news and people, these riots and things of that nature. Y'all go ahead and leave subscribe to my channel. Again, this is Black Heart on Lock, um, King Backshots, and again, just let me know what y'all like with YouTube universe so I can keep it going. And I'll make some more other videos, whether I'm talking, busting moves, trying to build a healthy check too. All right, peace, YouTube universe.